Where am I? Oh no, I thought it was just a bad dream. Okay, well, looks like here we are in a place called Helheim. And yeah, what can I say? It is hell. Helheim. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Well, actually, statistics. Quite good ones, to be honest. And therein lies the trap that is Helheim, the hell that keeps on giving. If you're new to the game or just vi-curious, in a nutshell, Helheim is a game within a game, that game being Vikings War of Clans. The idea is you go into Helheim via the gates in your fortress. Okay, so once you're in there, what do? Well, once you're there, you choose a champion, Unar or Viva. It's nothing to do with your hero in the main game. This is a Helheim champion to go into the catacombs, which you then enter. And you enter the catacombs once you've chosen your champion, and you explore the floors that contain nodes. In each node, you explore a maze of rooms, and in the rooms you find treasure chests, non-play characters called glooms, and a boss. I think basically the boss is called, now what are they? Oh yeah, creature of gloom. So you've got a warrior of gloom, and then you've got a creature of gloom. Let me just show you that. There you go. So the glooms, you fight them with your champion and you try to beat them. The idea is to progress through the floors, through the nodes, gathering treasure, making gear for your champion as you go. You open the coffer when you've completed a floor, and that has more stuff in it. You can jump to the next floor to progress, but when you have 3 stars, you can then start running auto mode to get something called Helheim Fire. Okay, your champion can increase its experience level up to 50 so far. So you can see this one is at 50, and that's how much experience they have, and this is the gear you can collect. So this is like top, apart from one piece of equipment is missing on this setup, and that was the Beowulf helmet. That said, I did complete this without the Beowulf helmet. It can be done. I'll just prove it. Yep, that's it. Only piece of headgear I've got, Ghostly Veil. So there are 10 floors in total. Each floor contains up to 7 nodes. In fact, the first 2 floors have fewer nodes. 1 has 3, 2 has 5. After that, it's 7 nodes per floor. And this is a typical Plarium tactic. They start low to suck you in, then increase it quickly to put off anyone but the real diehards. Okay, and that's a kind of tactic of marketing, actually. They bring you in, promising you great rewards in the end. When you want to explore a node, you spend something called Marks of Resolve. Okay, you can get those in packs, of course, but you can win them in competitions in the main game, especially Yacht. There are special like hours where you get this marks event. Okay, and you can go and try and make as many points as you can to get as many marks as you can. Then once you've cleared a room, you complete a node, you get the materials and this thing called Helheim Fire. And the Helheim Fire is really important, and it comes into the main game. So you can't ignore Helheim much as you might wish to. Okay. As you complete the floor, the buildings develop as well. Okay. That's I'll come to in a moment. Okay, so if you're lucky, you might win some boosts. These boosts are only available in Helheim or when Plarium has to hand out FUP rewards. I'll let you guess what a FUP reward is. Or a piece of Beowulf gear. And the gear is a bit better than the stuff you craft yourself until the final floor. And then that's when everyone wants the Beowulf headband. And you know what they say? One doesn't get. Okay, there are 3 buildings as well in before you go through the gates into Helheim itself, into the floors, the catacombs, I should say. There are these 3 buildings. As you complete each floor, the buildings kind of develop up to this level 11, and it's these buildings that give you those statistics. And you can find the statistics, click on the building, look at the info tab. And if you can look at this, they are significant, okay? They're all to do with fighting, defending, health, offence against different tiers, scouting, different troop types, and they're not, you can't ignore them. This is the awful thing about Helheim. You can't think, I don't need it if you want to be a fighter. If you want to farm, you don't mind dying, you don't really need to do Helheim. Lucky you. So, what does Plarium say about Helheim? Well, if you watch their intro video, which needs updating, Plarium, the soul-chilling catacombs of Helheim await you. Onward to thrilling battles and magnificent treasures. Well, I'll link to the video in the comments. It's up to you if you want to watch it. It does give you an overview of what you need to do. Just be aware. It does say you can access Helheim at level 1 fort. You can't. They increased it to level 10. Okay. I have a theory as to why, which I will share with you later. Okay, so I've got a theory about everything in this game, you know that. How to succeed in Helheim. This video is not about how to succeed. There are lots of videos out there, and the streamers have done lots of guides. If you go to Vikings Help, there's lots of help there. If you just go into the Plarium forum, there's lots of help there. Lots of people have their own ideas. Vikings, War of Clans, No Rules on Facebook. Honestly, there is tons of stuff to help you. If you get really, 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 really stuck, you can contact me. I've got a guide on Google Docs, which I am willing to share. It just shows the maps, the floors, and the gear that I used to get through. It comes with a caveat. All bets are off by the time you get to floor 10, node 7. I take no responsibility whatsoever. Okay. Well, if you follow them, you can make reasonable progress if you have enough marks to explore. And second wind tokens, they're really important. They reset the champion experience points as you get the gear you need to keep resetting. So don't waste them, okay? But this video is actually about that final node, floor 10, node 7. And I hope and pray it will never need to be updated to go beyond floor 10, node 7. Are you listening, Plarium? Are you? Are you? Because I know there's one thing you do like, and that's this stuff. But let's see. Hey! Is it worth it? Okay. We'll let you decide when you watch the video, I guess. So, early on, when this first started, there was great excitement and a lot of humming and hawing about the best way to pass this final node. Beowulf's helmet was considered helpful, but not critical. Then the right allocation of experience points was argued about. Choosing the right champion was argued about. In fact, there's been a lot of arguing. You'll notice on the official video that it was created on the 30th of September 2020. So you would have expected most players who've been playing from before then till now to have it. Guess again. I mean, many people do have it. Some people don't. And it seems to me, just from looking around and talking to people, that more and more people are not able to complete it. It's actually called the grind. A lot of aspects of Vikings War of Clans have that word attached to them, strangely, but let's not get distracted. Sadly, unlike a lot of the grind in the game, Helheim is a bit different because it's nigh on impossible to automate. You can't get a clicker to take you through the nodes and do the fighting for you. There is a auto battle button that you can use, but some people say that is decreasing your chance of success. And lots of people say you must fight this one with that particular fight. Hit the legs. It gets crazy. Honestly, it really does. Once you've completed a floor with those 3 stars, you can run auto mode for the whole experience, just to harvest those boosts I was talking about, and they're not insignificant. You've got 500% offense, 500% defense, and 3,250% increase of warriors in a troop. Okay, so you can't, again, if you want to be a fighter, ignored it. There's a cost to doing all 10 automatically, and that's reduced Helheim fire. And it seems you do not get Beowulf gear this way. So if you're hoping to get that headband, don't try it through the auto mode. Auto battle within the node is fine. You're exploring manually, but don't do auto mode for the whole 10 whole 10 that you can do each time. You can only do a node 10 times a day. It resets every 24 hours, but you can do several nodes that way if you've got the marks. Okay, you can auto battle any you find, but most people, as I say you're less likely to beat the boss or the tougher glooms, the blue ones, that way. And again, there are guides on how to best fight. It gets a bit mad. Hit head, hit legs, protects arms and chest, etc, etc, etc. How far you want to take that, I've gone a bit too far if you look at that Google document. That's me. But you get to floor 10, node 7, and it all seems to come down to dumb luck. You have to have the right experience points. You have to have the right gear. But beyond that, you're not doing anything skillful or achieving anything by resetting stuff and trying different pieces of gear on. It's random. What do they call it? RNG, random number generation. And it's so random as to drive you insane. And and I hate to use the word unlucky, because this is meant to be a strategy game with some skill attached to it, not a game of luck, but you might end up, like some people I've spoken to, driving yourself insane. So, the completion of Helheim has no logic. Maybe some Plari logic, but no gamer logic. And here I'm going to share some of the statistics in chat, okay, that I've had shared with me. First, the statistics from my main account, which I succeeded on. You know, I'm not coming at this from an embittered, twisted angle. As you can see, floors explored 10, that's the same for everybody. Nodes explored 537, that's the same for everybody who's got up to this point. And then we get to the nodes explored with 3 stars, chambers explored, coffers of gloom opened, creatures of gloom destroyed, warriors of gloom destroyed. Now let's have a look at the next one. And you'll see chambers explored, ouch. Coffers of gloom opened, ouch. Creatures of gloom destroyed, also ouch. And another one. Chambers explored, ouchie wouchie. Coffers of gloom opened, creatures of gloom destroyed, warriors of gloom destroyed. Neither of these accounts have succeeded at this time of making this video, filming this video. Obviously that might change, but for now this is what people are going through. And you can see 9,196 victories, 367 defeats. So what's going on? I mean, really? 5,162 victories, 219 defeats. And my one, 7,127 victories, 227 defeats. So you could argue maybe this second person's got a little bit of a way to go before they get there. But this one, come on. I mean, got all the gear and the idea. No luck. Luck? So I speak to a lot of people online. Dear Plarium, I'm like that. And this is the feedback I get about Helheim from 99.9% of those people. It sucks. The people who've completed it thinks it sucks. The people who've been unable to complete it thinks it sucks big time. I've spoken to one person who doesn't mind it, and they completed it in the same way you might knit in front of the television, and another person who's actually obsessed with getting the most dodges. If you're still watching, the people who completed Helheim and thought they were done with it had a nice surprise after the recent upgrade when they found they have to continue the grind in order to get ever more Helheim fire, because you need ridiculous amounts of Helheim fire, so they're never going to be free of this mindless, tedious, boring activity. There's also a nasty rumours that the developers are considering adding more floors. What can I say to that? I just... I'm flabbergasted. I'm utterly flabbergasted. Why would they do that? Why would they even consider doing that? And all I can say to them is no, don't. Do not do it. But they don't listen to me, so... I can only presume that the developers don't spend any time on Facebook pages, in their own forum on Plarium, or on their own official Discord server. Here's a selection of the comments I found from the bottom half of the Vikings-based internet. From somebody called Ugly. Still to reach 6 stars for level 10 in Helheim, and it is boring. 28 games for 1 star. I'm trying Helheim again after 5 rounds, finding only 1 node 6 on floor 7. So bored. And somebody called Solitude. The name Helheim is very appropriate, and I'm feeling like I'm in hell while playing it. Vikings went from really superb game to really horrible in the space of just 4 months. I joined just before the Northern Update, and I remember how I loved this game. Now I feel like a man betrayed by the very thing he loves. Oh yes. My generalised experience with Helheim so far says that the auto battle feature is designed in such a way that you get hit more times than what you will do manually, but you will still get hit with manual too. Both are pseudo RNG, but they're designed in a way that will create an illusion that you have some level of control on the match. Glove. I hate Helheim. I'm sorry you need to spend your days there. That's so sweet. Blake, before Helheim, I actually liked this game. Helheim was the worst thing they could have done. Can't stand it. Helheim's a joke. Thinking about quitting the game. Can't get last star. Plarium is a bunch of idiots, making it almost impossible to get freaking joke. Making it almost impossible to get freaking joke. Needed a bit of punctuation there. Boom. Had pretty good progression in Helheim as well, until they took that away from anyone under level 10. That was one of the worst things. When things get taken away, it really sucks. That account was fun to see what I could do with it at that level, using just grinding for skins and all that stuff. The moment I finished Helheim completely, everything got easier. Hoo-wee! The strength of those blasted Helheim bonuses is too good not to put yourself through the torture that is finishing Helheim. Crazy Horsey. I've given up on passing the 11th stage of Helheim. I've attempted everything I could think, and I know good luck falls on me. Knowing the game, eventually it'll become easier for us to pass, like when Plarium adds another 10 levels to it and adding gear. Platinum decided that I'm thumbs down. Really, I don't know why. It's a game at face value, but it managed to work itself into my daily routines. I can multitask. Anyway, your health takes priority over Vikings, including our mental health. The key is to remain balanced. Magus, I'm not playing anymore, just trying to complete Helheim, floor 10, node 7. Been trying for 3 months now and nothing. Everything to the max. At the end of October, if I don't get Helheim completed, I'm leaving the game for good. Why make something so impossible to achieve? It's pure luck and RNG if people get Helheim completed. From Silence. Moral of the story is gambling sucks. I spent 2 months of 10 runs every day to get last node of Helheim maxed. My friend used the same setup, maxed it in 2 tries. Party Princess. I can't stand Helheim. Dodge King. This is to balance it out. I wish Helheim would get a new update again. And later, I have 363,000 dodgers. One of the official streamers, Stars Night, wrote on the official video, awesome, heart. So is this just me being a moaning Minnie? I don't think so. And I've called this slide, Are You Listening, Plarium? Because I've been around the web, I've been onto the forums, and I've been into the different discussions, and this is what other people are saying about Helheim. Kura. Boom. Somebody called Barry Vigil. I loved the reply that Plarium gave him. Basically, we've mentioned in our previous comments, comfortable gaming experience. Anybody heard that one before? And experiments with the champion's gear, stat points and a bit of luck will surely help you achieve the desired result. But in the meantime, basically this is saying, shut up. Another violation may lead to your access to the community being restricted. Well, there's only one reason that people keep posting about this. If they keep posting again and again and again, it's because you keep sending them to Helheim again and again and again. And they keep going there and failing again and again and again. Okay, Zeus, been stuck on 2 stars 10.7 forever. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but maybe not. And, well, even Google knows. You often open around this time. This is my map to floor 10, where I'm trying to help people to get through. And I'm doing yet another alt just to see how bad it's got. And I can assure you it's got pretty bad. You do get the nicest people trying to help. I mean, you know, let's be fair. Let's be kind about it. So to you guys, it's very sweet when people share information, etc. And I do share that information, but I feel when I'm doing it like an enabler. And so the following kinds of comments are predominant. Okay. Oh, by the way, you get the nicest people trying to help, but you will also find these kinds of people. Somebody called FW, I'll let you fill in the rest of it. Stop complaining here and go play Helheim. Last star, you little crybaby. Charming, charming. The following kinds of comments are predominant though. Ironcliff, Helheim sucks. And finally, Helheim Sucks Toe Cheese. And that's from me. So, Plarium, if you insist on keeping Helheim, at least create a logical path to enable completion. A key component of the game should not be down to dumb luck. So, what does Plarium have to say for itself? Well, we've had several responses from people that they got from the support team about this, because lots of people are complaining. Some people say complain and in a couple of days you'll get it. Doesn't work, by the way, because Plarium don't care. But do they care? Well, they pretend to care. Let's read out just one of the responses that has been shared with me in a suitable voice, I think.
Dear Jarl, thank you for your message. We understand your feelings and emotions arising from the difficulty in passing the last node of floor 10. We want to assure you that it is possible to pass this node even with a different distribution of the champion stat points. Thousands of our players have already seen this. At the same time, Helheim should not be easy to pass, especially its last node. In the battles of Helheim there are some variable factors that can also affect the success. Critical hits, blocking attacks, etc. Do not be discouraged if on the next attempt you fail to pass this node. Remember that after completing it, you will find cool military bonuses for more successful battles with other Jarls. We wish you success in completing the catacombs of Helheim and a pleasant game. Best regards, your Plarium support team. Oh, and this ticket has already been closed.
So, my final thoughts. Honest, these are my final thoughts. The main reason for people to join Viking War of Clans is to fight. Helheim has become a requirement to join any fighting clan. Vikings War of Clans makes most of its money from the fighters fighting. When people are in Helheim, guess what? They're not fighting. And when people get fed up of Helheim, they leave. So, that's my Helheim video. Sorry if it's no help to you completing Helheim, but maybe you haven't started playing yet. I'll give you my theory on why they increased from level 1 to level 10. At first I thought it was to stop giving small players a big achievement bonus, which I thought was a bit mean anyway, because the small players actually need that. Big players have got enough. They'll always not ever have enough, of course. But I think I've figured it out now. Starting Helheim at level 1, you might get an aspect of the game called the grind, and it will give you a warning of what other aspects of the game will be like. And it might put people off. So by the time you've reached level 10, you've kind of committed to the game. You've spent time. You're unwilling to give up on that time. It's the continuous progression. You get into Helheim, you see the stats, you're willing to commit to that grind. And that's the only reason I can think of now why they did that increase. Just to suck people in. Prove me wrong, Plarium. Make it logical. Make it completable in a way that people can figure it out and help each other achieve it. And be a little bit more generous with that Beowulf gear. I've seen people with every single piece and other people with none. And somehow that's so wrong. That is so wrong, because it makes people feel bad. And you're a game. You're meant to make people feel good about themselves. I'm signing off now before I say anything I might regret. Anyway, signing off now. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as I say, if you do want to look at the Google Doc, just get in touch and I can give you access. But it is down to dumb luck. That last node, pure luck. Waiting for an empty floor with very few things in it apart from treasure chests and a weak boss, and then you'll get it. But have a look online, get the stats set, get the gear set. Just quickly, this is the one that completed without Beowulf's helmet. Here she is. Again, proof, no Beowulf's helmet, and I haven't deleted it. And the development statistics were that for that level. Okay. That does not work for some people, because I have helped a lot of people, or tried to help a lot of people, and this setup just doesn't work for them. So, as I said, blind luck and maybe a little bit of Plari logic mixed in. Anyway, that's my last thought on this topic. Not sure if Plarium will ever see this. Don't care. If you don't like Helheim, feel free to give me a thumbs down. I don't care about viewing figures. I don't care about thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll leave them on though. If you want to leave a comment about what you feel about Helheim, please do. Maybe you love it. Don't know. I mean, I did get a lot of people who hate it. That's all I can say. And if you love it, balance the thoughts out. I think, though, keep an eye open for my next video because I kind of enjoyed making this, silly as it might be. And I have got a lot of other things that I think need fixing. And if Plarium wants us to continue playing the game, well, I think they do need to fix it. Don't you? See you next time. Bye.